Good morning. How is everyone on this freezing Saturday? We are back with Chapter 9 of Volume 4. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And I kind of knew this was going to happen because I was griping about not really having much happening with Yang's storyline, and then I see yesterday evening the preview for this chapter, and I'm like, okay, complain and the universe will answer you. But, a lot of people were saying that the last one kind of felt like a World of Remnants snuck into an episode. My personal opinion on that is if they want to start doing World of Remnants like that and follow them by a full episode, I'm not going to be the one to complain. Anyway, let me get this set up. Starting... There's always a lag with this. Always a lag. And I don't know if it's the website or my computer. There we go. Blasting people here. I kind of wonder if we're going to see any of Crow and Raven this episode. Or if they're just going to make us suffer and wait another episode in between. I don't really like Raven, but I'm still very curious about her character. Salem's red eyes. Actually, the person I've really been waiting to see all this volume is Adam. I love to hate that guy. Right. Oops, I'm sliding off camera. Why? I wonder where he's been hiding.
Well, that thing packs a punch.
We've been at this for weeks. I get it. You want to make sure I can still fight. I think I'm doing just fine.
You're close.
Oh, really?
You're still off balance.
What? No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I thought it would just be this huge weight, but it feels natural. They did a great job with this thing.
That was a cheap shot!
I wasn't talking about your actual balance. Although, that could use some work too.
Sly, you're so cute. I've missed you.
Meaning?
I saw your tournament fights. During the Vital Festival?
Let me guess. I was sloppy.
No. You were predictable. And stubborn. And maybe a little boneheaded.
He's not wrong, so I can't really argue with Ty on that one.
Do you realize that you used your semblance to win every fight after the qualifiers?
So what?
Again, he's right.
How is me using my semblance any different than someone else using theirs?
Because not everyone else's is basically a temper tantrum. I am serious. Once you take damage, you can dish it back twice as hard, but that doesn't make you invincible.
No.
It's great when you're in a bind, but what happens if you miss? What happens if they're stronger? What then? Now you're just weak and tired. You've always been one to burn brighter than everyone else. Whether it was with your smile or, well, I remember your first haircut. But you gotta keep your emotions in check. Keep a level head and think before you act. Your semblance is a great fallback, but you can't let yourself rely on it. It won't always save you. Obviously.
Well, that's all good advice. I
Definitely have your mom's stubbornness.
can't argue with him.
Oh, so now we could talk about her?
Well, as I have been informed, you're an adult now, remember?
Well, sorry I remind you of her.
Don't be. Raven was great in so many ways. Her strength, her ambition, her dedication to whatever cause she thought was worth fighting for. I'm proud of how much of her I see in you. But I'm glad I don't see all of her in you.
Why?
Your mother was a complicated woman. Like everybody, she had her faults, but those faults are what tore our team apart. And they did a real number on our family.
No kidding.
You both act like the easiest way to tackle an obstacle is through it. That strength is all that matters in a fight. But if you just take a second look, then maybe you see there's a way around as well. Come on. One more before dinner.
I wonder if Raven's semblance is anything like Crow's. I mean, it would make more sense about why she left, but Crow at least still tries to put an effort to be around sometimes.
See? All right. Now you're using your head instead of your...
Ooh! Well, she got you. Oh, I've been waiting to see what would happen with this.
Hello, sister.
You! What is this asshole up to?
Leave.
How hurtful. And here I am about to offer you a favor.
I wouldn't trust him
Father's
further than
taking
I
me
could
into
throw
town
him.
to introduce me to some of his business partners. I thought I'd see if you wanted me to pick you up anything, since you're, well, stuck here.
Are you jealous? Is that it?
Whatever do you mean?
Is that why you hate me? Are you jealous of my abilities? Of Winter's?
He can't fight?
No, not really. Honestly, I find it barbaric. It's beneath people like me, like Father. What could a single huntsman possibly do that an army could not? That's why we have one, even if it is run by a fool.
I said...
Don't call Ironwood a
leave.
fool, you little shit.
Fine, fine. I've got better things to do. Enjoy your training, however pointless it is. What is your plan anyway? What do you hope to accomplish while trapped in your own bedroom?
I think you are a jealous little bastard. Screw you, Whitley. I'd rather be able to do that than have an army any day. So he can't do this. That's an interesting... I wonder why. You're not going to be able to keep her locked up for
Are you all
long.
right?
Hello, Klein.
Yes.
This is so awesome.
Klein, I need a favor.
Good man, Klein. I didn't think they were going to pick this back up so soon. I'm not complaining.
Gotcha!
And I love the character design on that ninja. Damn, she is... That is a she. I'm guessing that's a she. What kind of faunus is she? It looks like she has some spots on her face. What are you, a leopard? A chameleon? Come on, Blake, you got this.
Why are you watching me?
Give it up! It's not above hitting a girl, you know.
Remind me again of why he's here.
Grab the scroll! Seems someone thinks it's important. Get...
Okay, it is a girl.
Quit staring and grab it!
Yeah, Blake, what are you waiting for?
Blake, watch out!
It's gonna be someone she knows. I knew it!
Wait, you know her?
That's Sister Ilya.
Ah!
Give it to me.
Crap.
No. You shouldn't have come back.
She's gotta be some kind of chameleon. It makes sense with the whole ninja thing. I mean, what would be better to be a ninja than a chameleon faunus?
No, not again, please. Help! Somebody! Hold on, son.
You
Just
know,
hold on.
as much as I don't like him, I didn't want that to happen to him.
Just hold on, Uncle Crow.
Oh man, and Crow's the one I'm worried about.
Ty. She's not coming. Ty. It's getting worse.
How much farther? We've got to be close.
Without the map, there's no way of knowing. But I feel like we're
know?
close to something.
What is it?
You've got 3 ways. Wasn't that the inn that they went to?
Hey, Mistral! We're on the right path! Oh.
But
Does
you
it say
got...
how close?
No. And it looks like the path takes us up through the mountains.
Guys, I don't know if all of us can make that climb.
They can't just leave him. There's no way Ruby would just leave him.
Well, what about this place? Kuro,
Why is it
Yuri,
scratched through
can we
ominously?
get up there?
That village was destroyed years ago.
But if it takes us around the mountains, it's the best bet we've got.
It will take too long.
The town would have had a doctor, right? Or maybe we could scavenge for medicine.
Right.
We're not going to find anything. We just have to press on.
Ren knows what's there.
Ren, why are you acting...
We can split up. Huh? Ren and I can cut through the mountains while you and Ruby take Crow around through the village.
No, we're supposed to stick together. We keep each other safe.
We don't have time for safe. If we make it to Mistral, we'll bring back help. If we don't, we'll at least have a better view of the land. Up there, we can see if there's somewhere else we can go.
I hate to see them split up, but they do have a better chance.
always have.
Damn it, not again. I'm tired of seeing people split up in this show.
They're gonna be fine, John.
You don't know that.
Why are we focusing on footprints? Oh, it's that thing we saw in episode 2! Or was it 1? Oh, and of course it ends right there. Oh, look at how pretty the artwork is right here, though. And of course we're gonna get a character design on her. Well, okay. Where to even start? Seriously, where to even start? I'm glad to see that they are doing a little bit more than just sitting around the house with Yang now, but at the rate it's going, I don't think we're going to see her leave until at least at the very end of Volume 4. It's going... trying to gather my thoughts on what I think, because I mean there's some stuff I like about how Yang's storyline is going. I think everything that Tai told her is pretty much accurate. She has a habit of rushing in head on and not thinking, and that's ultimately what led her to be in the position that she's in now. I'm glad that they're having these talks instead of just sitting around and saying, well, you need to get over it, you need to go back to normal. Because, I mean, that's what I really didn't like about one of the earlier episodes with Yang in it. It didn't seem realistic. And I know I've said this already, but I'm going to say again, I think that the PTSD could be played up a little bit more because she did go through something pretty horrific. And it just seems unrealistic to shake it off, but I mean, there's still episodes left where we can see that, and I don't really want to criticize it too heavily until I see what the completion's going to be on that. But again, I do want to see this inner struggle, with herself, kind of like what we saw in the opening where she's fighting her father and then it kind of pans around and she's facing herself. I want to see more of that for Yang. I want to see more of that inner struggle, and I feel like that's what I've really been missing with her storyline. It leaves something to be desired. I'm very thrilled with the way we got to see a little bit of Weiss and a little bit more of Whitley, because I mean, I do think he's a little shit, but I also think that there's a possibility that he could have more character development than that, and I don't want him to just be this one-dimensional villain. I'm kind of curious. He seems to really take after his dad, not just like in personality and mannerisms, and I don't know, I didn't really pay attention the first time around, but the second time I noticed he even kind of walks and moves the way Jacques does. I wonder if he's like Weiss, if he's not just a late bloomer on the summoning, or if he really just can't do it. And if he can't do it, then why? I mean, I would say that it has something to do with being female, but they said that this is passed down through the Schnee bloodline. And we know that her father, well, the grandfather, was the first Schnee. And I mean, I guess we're going on the assumption that he can summon too, then why couldn't Whitley? I'm not sure it has anything to do with gender. I mean, I kind of wonder. I don't buy his whole, well, this is barbaric and it doesn't bother me. He's so full of shit. If you have two siblings like that have these kick-ass abilities, of course that's going to bother you. I'm calling bullshit on Whitley. I'm so happy. I mean, we knew it was coming, but it didn't make it any less satisfying to see her summon the night. And I guess I'm kind of glad. I mean, like, as much as I'd want to see Weiss leave that mansion and get out of that situation, I'm kind of glad that she's not being impulsive. And it kind of seems like she does have a plan. Which I think it's kind of ironic that we're seeing Tai in the very beginning of the episode giving Yang kind of a cautionary speech on, well, look, you can't just rush into things. You can't be hot-headed. If you let emotions rule the day, there are consequences to it. And then we see Weiss in the next shot. Even though God knows she has one of the most reasons to be emotional out of the characters on this show with all the shit she's had to put up with this volume, she's just sitting there practicing, being proactive, but being very methodical and very cool-headed about it. And I think that they're seriously, seriously underestimating her if they think they can just lock her in a room and forget about her. Blake. Let's get to Blake. Okay, I like ninjas and I like the faunus, so my excitement over this might be biased. I guess that's a chameleon faunus, and like I was saying, that I didn't want to talk too much over the episode because I'm trying to watch it too. I think that to be a chameleon faunus and to be a ninja, I mean, that is just so perfect because ninjas are all about stealth and sneaking and being there without being detectable. And I mean, a chameleon, that's perfect. And I kind of wondered ever since the episode where, who was it? It was one of them, either the wolf-tail guy, Fennec or Corsac, I can't remember which one, had brought up Sister Ilya, and I'm like, are we going to see this character, or is this just going to be another named but unseen character like Sienna Khan? Which I really hope we get to see her at least maybe in a final shot after the credits roll for this volume. So I'm glad they're introducing more faunus characters, because more faunus characters is not going to bother me at all. I kind of saw Sun. I mean, let's face it, whatever you think of Sun, whether you hate him, love him, he's not very smart. I kind of saw he's kind of impulsive himself, actually, and does a lot of shit without thinking. And I kind of was just waiting. It's like, okay, where's the part coming where he gets horribly injured or killed or something happens to him? And I really feel more sorry for Blake than I do for Sun, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sorry my voice sounds horrible and nasally because I'm still recovering from a cold, and I hope by the next reaction video that shit is gone and done and over with. Seems like it takes the longest time for these things to run its course. But, I mean, I feel sorrier for Blake having to go through seeing someone get hurt again after what she's already been traumatized with than I actually care about Sun. Because, like I said, I almost feel bad to say that, because I want to be invested in his character. I'm just not. Like, maybe, I'm just kind of hoping and praying that he gets injured, and he has to stay in Menagerie, and Blake gets to leave, and I don't have to put up with this forced romance storyline anymore, because I feel like it's not helping her character development. It's hurting it. I feel like Blake could have done perfectly well making this journey on her own, and we could have had some introspection that would have still been interesting. Oh god, I cannot breathe, and I apologize for that. I feel like we could have still gotten some introspection in her character that would have still been interesting and still would have supported character growth without having to have Sun there to be her sounding board. And it's kind of the same thing we're missing in Yang's storyline. It's like, okay, I'm glad that we're seeing them do stuff, but can we get a little bit more of inner reflection with the character kind of not needing to have someone around to... I'm trying to think of the best way to word what I want, without necessarily having another character having to draw it out of them, because these characters are interesting enough that they can have a little bit of inner dialogue. You wouldn't want it to just be inner dialogue, but at least put some of that in there to show that the characters kind of examining and looking at their own selves. I feel like Blake hasn't had a whole lot of time to do that with her story, because when has she been alone? She's not had a moment of screen time alone. One of the reasons I really liked watching what's happening with Jean was, even though it was absolutely heartbreaking, was the little shot with him training by himself with Pyrrha, because without a lot of exposition, without a lot of dialogue, it showed so much. And I'm wanting to see that happen more with some of the other characters, especially with Yang. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and close up this video, because I can't breathe and I won't be able to talk at all without sounding really nasally and weird in the next 5 minutes. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want me to continue. I'll probably still continue regardless, but I'll appreciate a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next chapter.